across the golden sands of the Nile, beneath a blazing sun that turned the river's waters to gold, in temples that touched the sky, and tombs carved deep into the eternal stone. Women once ruled as queens of Egypt. From the dawn of the First Dynasty to the twilight of the last, they shaped the destiny of the two lands. Their crowns bore the weight of gods, their words swayed armies, and their names were etched into eternity. Egypt was a land unlike any other, a kingdom where the ruler was more than a monarch. They were the living embodiment of divine will. And yet in this land of pharaohs, there were women who stepped into that role, defying convention, standing equal to kings, and in some cases, surpassing them. The story begins over 5,000 years ago, in the First Dynasty, where queens like Merenith stood not merely as wives, but as sovereigns. Her name appears on the royal lists, proof that she may have ruled Egypt in her own right, guiding the kingdom through uncertain times. Imagine the weight of her decisions. Every grain of sand in the desert watching, every stone in the palace listening, for she was the bridge between the people and the gods. These early queens were not only political figures, they were sacred symbols, the keepers of Ma'at, the divine balance of the world. Centuries later, in the Middle Kingdom, the role of queens grew in power. They became advisors in the palace, priestesses of holy cults, guardians of royal bloodlines. Queens such as Neferu broke barriers. She was the first woman confirmed to take the full royal titulary, ruling not as a consort, but as pharaoh herself. Her reign set a precedent for what a determined woman could achieve in the throne of Horus, showing the people that divine power could rest in a queen's hands just as surely as in a king's. Then came the New Kingdom, the golden age of Egypt, when its queens shone brighter than the desert sun. Nefertari, the matriarch of the 18th dynasty, was worshipped as a goddess long after her death, her image carved into temples as a symbol of eternal grace. And Hatshepsut, the queen who crowned herself pharaoh, ruled for over 2 decades. She donned the royal headdress, the false beard, and led great expeditions to the rich lands of Punt. Under her reign, Egypt reached new heights of wealth, art, and architecture. The stones she ordered placed still rise proudly against the wind thousands of years later. Some queens ruled from gilded thrones, others from the heart of the battlefield. Queen Ahotep I was honored for rallying Egypt's armies against foreign invaders. Golden weapons were buried beside her, each a testament to her courage and unshakable loyalty to her people. Nefertiti, great royal wife of Akhenaten, was the radiant face of a religious revolution. Together they turned the worship of many gods toward a single sun, the Aten. Her beauty was immortalized in sculpture, but beyond the art, she was a diplomat, a strategist, and perhaps a co-ruler. Later, Queen Ti, wife of Amenhotep III, emerged as one of the most influential women in Egyptian diplomacy. Foreign rulers addressed her directly, seeking her wisdom and favor. Her son Akhenaten inherited not just her blood, but her iron will. Through her, we see how queens could shape Egypt's destiny not only from the shadows, but in the open court of power. And finally, Cleopatra VII, last of the Ptolemaic line, last true ruler of Egypt. Fluent in many tongues, skilled in statecraft, she forged alliances with Rome to protect her kingdom. Her life was a storm of politics, passion, and war. Her death marked the end of Egypt as an independent empire, but her legend lives on, carved into the memory of the world. From Meneth to Cleopatra, these queens were not merely consorts. They were warriors, diplomats, priestesses, and rulers, living embodiments of Egypt itself. Through times of conquest and peace, love and war, they left a mark deeper than the chisel on the stone. Their reigns shaped a civilization whose monuments still rise against the desert sun. And though the dynasties have long crumbled to dust, the spirit of Egypt's queens remains eternal, a crown that will never fall. From the sands of the Nile to the throne of the gods, the queens of Egypt shaped history, ruled empires, and defied time itself. Coming episodes will uncover the stories of each queen one by one, starting with the legendary Sobek Nefru